In ancient China, amidst rolling hills and thriving dynasties, a series of brilliant minds transformed the course of history, creating inventions that would shape the future of humanity. From the compass to gunpowder, China's contributions to science and technology have echoed across millennia, revolutionizing the world as we know it. The history of ancient China is a story of relentless innovation. At the dawn of the first millennium, the people of China were not only seeking to improve their own lives, but were also laying the foundation for a future that would reach far beyond their borders. Though they were geographically isolated for much of their early history, their inventions would come to influence the entire globe. The ingenious minds that gave birth to some of the most significant technological advances in human history were often driven by necessity, curiosity, and a deep connection to their surroundings. One of China's most groundbreaking inventions was the compass. Although ancient people in other parts of the world had rudimentary forms of navigation, it was the Chinese who perfected the design. The first true compass appeared during the Han Dynasty, around the 2nd century BCE. Made of loadstone, a naturally magnetized mineral, it was initially used for divination. It wasn't until centuries later that the Chinese realized the potential of the compass for navigation, allowing them to chart vast territories with unparalleled precision. This technology would eventually make its way to Europe, helping to fuel the age of exploration and forever changing the course of world history. At the time, the compass was a revelation. Before its invention, sailors and travelers were left to navigate vast, unpredictable seas or terrains with little more than the sun, stars, and rudimentary maps. With the compass, the Chinese effectively created a tool that made it possible to explore and expand, setting the stage for the creation of international trade routes, global exploration, and unprecedented cultural exchanges. Yet the compass was far from China's only revolutionary contribution. In the 9th century, Chinese alchemists stumbled upon a mixture of sulfur, charcoal, and saltpeter, a combination that would become known as gunpowder. Initially intended for medicinal purposes, it quickly found a military application. By the 10th century, the Chinese had developed primitive firearms and cannons, forever altering the nature of warfare. Gunpowder spread to the Islamic world and later to Europe, where it would lead to the development of modern firearms and cannons. The invention of gunpowder marked a pivotal moment in military history, shifting the balance of power in warfare for centuries to come. Moving from military to civil advancements, the Chinese also invented paper, one of the most transformative inventions in human history. The first papermaking process, developed by Kai Lun in the 2nd century CE, revolutionized communication, education, and record-keeping. Before paper, the Chinese used bamboo, silk, and other materials to write, but paper was far more efficient and affordable. It spread throughout Asia and eventually to the Western world, where it helped usher in the Renaissance and the spread of knowledge on a scale never before seen. The invention of paper was a turning point that allowed the preservation and transmission of ideas across generations and continents. In the realm of medicine, China was equally innovative. The practice of acupuncture, which dates back to the Zhou dynasty, has been practiced for over 2,000 years. The Chinese developed a deep understanding of the human body and its energy flows, creating a medical system that would endure for centuries. Though acupuncture's exact origins remain unclear, its continued use in modern times demonstrates its lasting impact. Chinese herbal medicine also paved the way for modern pharmacology, as the knowledge of medicinal plants formed the foundation for the science of chemistry and pharmacology that emerged in later centuries. But it wasn't just technology and medicine that the Chinese were known for. They were also pioneers in the world of agriculture. The ancient Chinese developed advanced irrigation techniques that enabled them to cultivate vast swaths of land, creating a stable food supply that supported their growing population.
The development of rice cultivation, particularly in the Yangtze River Valley, allowed China to feed millions. They invented the plow, which greatly improved farming efficiency, and their meticulous cultivation techniques influenced agricultural practices in other civilizations. The innovations in agriculture laid the foundation for the prosperity of ancient China. The ability to grow enough food to sustain a large population was critical to the development of Chinese civilization. By creating efficient agricultural systems, they enabled the growth of cities. Agriculture, in many ways, was the bedrock upon which everything else was built. Another major Chinese invention that changed the world was printing. The first known use of woodblock printing occurred in the Tang dynasty in the 7th century, but it was during the Song dynasty in the 11th century that movable type printing was developed. This innovation allowed for the mass production of books, significantly reducing the cost and time required to produce written materials. By the time Gutenberg introduced his printing press in Europe in the 15th century, Chinese printing techniques had already spread across Asia, helping to spread knowledge and culture across vast distances. Printing technology democratized knowledge. It made books accessible to more people and allowed for the rapid spread of ideas. Texts that once had to be painstakingly copied by hand could now be printed in large quantities, enabling the spread of these philosophies across Asia. The ability to mass-produce written works also made it possible for information to travel faster and farther than ever before. China's engineering feats were equally impressive. The Great Wall of China, constructed over centuries, stands as a testament to the ingenuity and determination of the Chinese people. It was not merely a wall, but a complex system of defense designed to protect the northern borders from invasions. The scale of its construction is staggering, and it remains one of the most iconic structures in the world. The legacies of these ancient Chinese inventions are still felt today. Modern navigation, warfare, medicine, agriculture, and communication owe a debt to the breakthroughs made by the ancient Chinese. The compass helped guide explorers across the globe. Gunpowder changed the face of warfare. Paper enabled the spread of knowledge, and printing made books more accessible than ever before. China's engineering prowess, exemplified by the Great Wall, still stands as a symbol of human perseverance. Though many of these inventions spread to the West and beyond, they were all born in the fertile minds of ancient China. The innovations of this remarkable civilization, which began thousands of years ago, have shaped the future in ways that continue to influence our lives today. The ancient Chinese didn't just invent for their time, they invented the future.